this is Caroline, Dream with Caroline, with the hashtag My Midweek Crafty Share. And it's from Curious Moon Design. And so my share this week is to make a little box to put my ransom letters in. So I'm using this cereal box, and I'll be cutting up the top and make little compartments and little things to put my ABCs that I'm going to be cutting out of magazines. I'm starting off with just gluing down that open part of the cereal box. Glue that to keep that closed. And now I'm going to cut off, well, it's the back part of the box, but it doesn't matter. But I'm cutting off that big open part of the box, because then that will make that whole open box for my letters. So with an X-Acto knife, I'm just cutting real along the top of the side. And there it is. So now you can see I'm just moving my clips so the glue will dry to the sides. Keep that closed. So there it is. There's the open box for my letters. Now I'm going to make little dividers, and it will, go into the box. For each letter will have its own little space. So here they are. Here's the long dividers and the short. So that's how they'll fit in. Now I'm going to find some paper to decorate the box. And I want a nice butterfly study paper. So the small butterflies will be really cute inside the box. And it's almost a perfect fit. Just got to trim up a little tiny bit on the side. So that will be glued in. And now I need paper to cover up each one of those dividers. And that's nice paper there because it has the ABCs on it. So I might punch out a few of those and put in once it's all done. I like that. I've decided on these dots. I think they will go nice with the butterflies. There was 3, and then I have another book. I used 4 pages. Now I like this paper for this cardboard dividers because it's nice and soft and easy to bend. So I just line it up and fold it, and that is going to cover both sides at one time, and it will fit in the box like that. And the both sides now, the long ones and the short ones, are all the same paper. And the fold is nice because then that will be on the top, and it's nice and rounded, nice and clean. Alright, everything is going good. The paper is all measured to fit the cardboard, and now I'm going to be gluing. New glue stick. Hee-haw, let's see how far one glue stick will bring me. And as I notice, I'm shaking the whole table. I'm really, because where the box is shiny, I'm really trying to get a lot of glue onto it, and I go bang, 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 and it's making a banging sound. And it's almost like, someone's knocking on the door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Someone's knocking on my door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Good old Paul McCartney comes to mind. Bang, bang, bang. And there we are. So every one of those papers that was measured, folded and measured and cut, will be glued onto their cardboard. I know you can't hear the banging sound because I had to turn off my volume when I'm narrating because I had the radio on. But here's my box. Now it's all decorated of the same paper that I used to cover up all the dividers. I put it on the sides of the box, and the butterflies, everything's all glued in, and this is how it will go. So there we there. Everything is matching. Very pretty. Now I measured out how to cut for each divider on the big ones. So it will be 2 inches for each cut. Now I'm lining it up the line. I'm going to keep that line straight. And I'm going by the line underneath. So the straight line, and now you can't put a ruler here to keep your straight line, but I just see the line below and the one I'm using, and I just follow that line. And I don't go all the way to the bottom because I want the small one to be flush to the top. So it stops like 1/4 of an inch. It's hard to explain. I got to trim down the small ones to make the top be straight across here. I can't cut all the way down, of course, because then I'm just cutting squares. So I have to cut like to like 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch, not very much, to the bottom. So this one now, the small one, will come down and fit into the hole, and it will hold it. See, it's nice and flat to it. So they will go in, and that will go in there. Now the problem is that since I left it 1/4 of an inch on the bottom, because I had to trim these up so the top will be flush to to each other. The bottom is open. So what I have to do is the 1/4 bit that I'm leaving behind when I cut, I have to bend it. I'm bending it, and when I bend it, that will go. See, if I leave it, then it's going to be like that. It will be open to the bottom. But if I bend that 1/4 piece and then glue that down to the box, when I put this small piece in, the small piece is going to be flat to the other one, and the big one is going to be glued to the bottom. So everything is going to be touching the bottom of the box. I'm just using my cutter there now just for I'm just making a dent in my paper. It's my scoreboard. So I'm just measuring it to be 1/4 of an inch. I'm scoring it. So it's giving me that little lip on the bottom that it will be glued to the bottom of the box. And then when the small piece goes in through the holes of this long one, it goes right to the bottom of the box. Everything is flat to the top. Yeah, well, that's it. That's as best I can describe what's going on. You can see it's still going to be 2 inches. I'm measuring through the line to line. And where you make your score as a valley, when you pick it up, you turn it and you make that valley marking into the mountain. And that makes it easier to bend the paper. Then if you go the other way, you're fighting with the paper. So your valley becomes mountains, or your mountains becomes valleys. So you want the top to be straight there. So it leaves a little bit on the bottom, and that will be the part that you'll glue to the box. And there it is. All the long ones are glued to the bottom of the box. They've all been cut 2 inches. And where it was saved, that's where it's glued to the bottom of the box. Now a small one goes in, fits through all those cuts evenly, and it's nice and flat to the top because they were all trimmed to the right size of the cut of the long one. And you just wiggle it a little bit to get it in there. You gotta really push, and later I push them down again and just to get them right to the bottom of the box, nice and tight, because once I put the letters in, I don't want them to be moving over jumping boxes. None of that going on. But look at that. See? Now you can see it. See the little boxes? Nobody's jumping underneath and falling underneath. Looks like an ice cube tray. They all fit in. Don't the butterflies look beautiful down there? Making sure that the folded part is on the top, so you don't see any of the cardboard. There's nothing else gets glued. It was only those long strips that was glued to the bottom of the box. And there it is. Look at that. Cool. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Yep. Cool. Here we go. Now I'll find some letters. I had some cut up from when I made... What did I make the other day? Oh, my music. You see, the idea of making a music book came from this hashtag last week, and I decided to make that its own series from mine, and I made this little craft to go with this hashtag. And there they are. Cool. Hey, you like that? Want to make one? I thank you very much for watching my video today, and I thank everybody who subscribes and likes and comments, and even to those who don't subscribe and are just watching it from YouTube. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you come by and watch me, and I'll be looking at all these magazines now and cutting out all the letters. Bye for now.